Okay, let's hear from a few more people via Discord, davidpakman.com/Discord if you'd like to chat with me. Let's go next to, let's go to Bob from Colorado. Bob from Colorado, you're on.
Hey Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, so I got a question. I've been seeing news reports recently that you see a lot of the MAGA people basically accidentally supporting liberal policies. Like I saw recently that I forget exactly what it was, but there were attempts to break up tech monopolies like Facebook and Twitter, and it had bipartisan support from both the left and a lot of the MAGA people.
Yep.
Do you think we might end up seeing a lot of accidental liberal policies kind of from, I don't want to say out of ignorance, but kind of out of ignorance?
Yes. I mean, what's going on is a lot of these MAGA people are going against their stated principles just because they want to own the libs or companies they perceive to be on the left. So, for example, like all these MAGA people are like, regulation's bad. Let's not regulate companies. But then like Facebook bans their favorite conservative anti-vaxxer, and all of a sudden they go, we got to regulate that. We got to regulate Facebook all of a sudden. So I think that at the end of the day, they don't really have an interest in regulating companies. They don't really have an interest in enforcing antitrust. They've not expressed any interest in that. And I think what's going to stop a lot of this stuff from becoming legislation is if they get close to saying, we're going to pass a more robust antitrust infrastructure to break up some of these tech companies, their big funders in the corporate world will say, hey, if you do that, it will also affect us. And then they'll back off of it. That's my prediction.
So you don't think we're going to see any big changes?
I really don't.
Any big bipartisan changes?
Not if it depends on the MAGA people. Like if politics get realigned, then yes, but not thanks to the MAGA people.
Okay, and one more question. How do you feel about the right to repair, I guess, movement or bills that are going on right now? And do you think we're going to see anything positive come out of that?
I am hopeful. I generally favor right to repair, which relates to a lot of different issues, including intellectual property and some other things. Generally speaking, I favor right to repair, but on any particular bill, I have to look at the bill to say for sure.
There definitely seems to be bipartisan support for that as well, because I know a lot of rural farmers and the like are supporting that to be able to fix equipment and all that.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. No, I think it's a worthwhile movement.
Okay, thank you, Dave. You answered all my questions today.
All right, thank you very much. There's Bob. Great to hear from Bob. Let's go next to is it Sado from Spain? Sado from Spain.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, it's Cedo. Un placer conocerte, que sé
Un
que
placer.
hablas español.
Igualmente.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a question, but I'd like to give a little bit of context before, so you guys can see where I'm coming from. Because seeing the lobby, I might be the only one not from the US right now.
That's fine. We just want a direct path to your question. We try to avoid monologues that are too extensive.
Yeah, basically, I just wanted to say that in Spain, I don't know how many of you would be familiar with the political context here, but I tend to tell my American friends a lot that the right-wing extremists in Spain would be considered communists in the US. Basically because a lot of their propaganda turns around the conservation of the social government, right? And it appeals, to the older folks and stuff like that. And all around Europe, you see many perspectives that really aren't at all what you see in the political context in the US. And I could give more context if you want in several different issues, but I basically wanted to ask you, are you aware, maybe you as what you Americans call liberal, or Americans in general, are you aware of how crazy and toxic your politics are perceived overseas?
I am very aware of it. I mean, listen, I have family in a lot of different countries, and so I am regularly getting the feedback that American politics are toxic and insane. We also have viewers, 20% of our viewers are not in the United States. And so I get emails all the time from people in Denmark or Spain or anywhere saying, it's insane what's going on in the United States. So yes, I am very much aware that this is not normal here.
But I know you are, because as you say, you speak with a lot of people, and you know many international people know. But do you think there is, so to speak, a consensus within the country?
No, I think a lot of people have no idea. No, certainly, there's a lot of people that have no idea, and that I can't answer for them. But there's many people that don't know what's going on in other countries.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I would say it's a bit interesting from the European perspective. I think we see the United States as being overly focused within itself, whilst the rest of the world can know a lot about the US.
Yes.
Every single country that has its eyes on the US will probably be a complete mystery for Americans. Right?
Many Americans are completely self-centered in their news consumption, for sure. Okay, Cedo from Spain, thank you so much for the call. I'm going to leave you to the crinkly paper, whatever you've got going on there. Very, very much appreciated. Let's go next. Where do we go next? Because there's just it's crazy what's happening on the phones right now. If you saw what was happening on the phones, you would be shocked.